Welcome to today. Okay, so I didn't work out for a week. I worked out yesterday and I'm all swollen. Like pumped up. It's so funny. Just, to really think, if you look back at the movement I did yesterday, you would not think that I would have that much of a result. And that's the key. I only know this result. I only know this result from my experience that I created to get this result. It's crazy because before, when I was crazy in the gym working out and just always just so desperate to get results, to see results, even if I had results. I was so desperate because I had a different view of what my body should look like. And what I knew is that if I wanted it to look that way, I could get it to look that way. But it was going to take a full-on suffer, struggle, restrict, all that bullshit. So do you think with that mindset, I'd ever be able to actually even want to succeed or achieve this goal I'm dying for in the gym? No. But it wasn't until I learned to physically, on this physical plane, utilize the energies that are unseen to the eye, but they're there. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean that they're not there, right? And so that is that's when you get there, okay? When you get there to that point that you just have such trust, okay? I gotta whip out my book here, okay? This is just so crazy because, with the one-page playbook, I was brought this book. And it's just and this, and this, and this, and this, it's a full-on direction. So I just think it's super fun. And so, of course, working on friendship. And so the first week of this book is social intelligence, okay? And so I trust the truth to show me the way. I trust the truth to show me the way. I trust the truth to show me the way. Well, you have to know what the truth is. And we're covered in a smog of lies. Okay? So we have to light it up. We have to create light in that smog. And how you can create that light at the fastest speed ever is fire. So the dragons have been crazy calling me, and I'm so grateful and I am so excited because it's such a different energy. And I don't know, they said it's time and you're ready and people are ready, and I'm like, okay, I'll start bringing you know what? It's like an open heart, an open heart. And that's the dragon energy, is the sense that you can open your heart, but you can protect it like that. You're kind, you're loving, but you're not going to put up with shit, right? You're not going to believe the lies. And what are you going to do to those lies? Well, definitely bring in your human, you, Kali Ma, and the dragons, and you're going to soar. You are going to soar. And in the sense of a physical experience. It is a physical experience to evolve, to ascend. It's a physical experience. So, when we've been taught to be numb, when we've been taught to not trust ourselves, when we've been taught all the things we shouldn't be, we've been taught to be. And we just get to clear that smog, but we really have to step up as women, because think what's gonna come up, especially if you're dealing with fire and dragons. Oh my God, you're a fucking witch. And so that, do you see that? That is, that's evil. And there's no such thing as good as bad, or, heaven or hell. It's not like that. You as a human create that because you think in duality. And so once we get to move away from the duality of good, bad, evil, whatever, we get to just see it as a physical dot. It's like a physical energy. And I just see these molecules just hopping around in my cells, and I'm having a conversation with my molecules, like, all right, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And that's the war in your head. These little molecules. It's the war in your head. And what is that war? There's bad things in this world and there's good things in this world. And that is where we get to evolve on the DNA level, is because we can work with the energies. We don't have to work with our thinking mind, and we don't have to work with the Newton's law and to think that like humans are creating artificial intelligence. It's like, sorry, but humans are not as big and grand as they sound. And that's the smog. And it's because we have this cap on us, because we have this physical body that is a constraint on energy. Okay? We as energy, as wherever it is you came from, like what your genetic coding is for you to unlock here to do whatever you're supposed to do here for the humans. And that's fun because I'm a human, and that's the only way I'm going to create new things for humans is through myself, through my physical body. And this is definitely like fully awakening in me, and I am stepping into water in the sense of like if you can work with the brain and you can constantly come up with analogies where you're in this position in life and you don't know how to get unstuck. Well, if we could just step into what it would feel like to flow and drift in water, if we can start, that's an innate feeling. And so when I'm in a situation where the 3D world's got me sucked in with expectations and all the humanness and the society and all the vibrations around me, it can we're trying to get away from that, right? But as in, okay, I'm gonna feel this stuckness. Because if I deny that right now I'm stuck, then I'm gonna continue to stay stuck. Now I come over here and I'm like, okay, check this out. I'm stuck. For some reason, I'm really hardcore on the negative stuff and like super protective, like extra protective, extra negative. And I don't know where I lost it along the line. Because one part of your journey, you can be amazing, you can be spot on, you can be so positive and all of that stuff, and then you get to the negative. Well, it's not new negative, or it's not the same negative if you're evolving. So you gotta continually move on to tackle this stuck energy. And so when you get here, you say, okay, obviously I'm stuck in this energy. I need some outside sources and not outsourcing, okay? This is where the one-page playbook comes in. You sit down and you say, just, these are the things I no longer want. And so you get to become open and open your heart in that moment to have a source download. And at that moment is called free will. At that moment is called free will. And if you haven't made it to the point where you trust yourself enough for your trusting your choices as free will, that's going to be the difference in how fast you can bring the download from here to here without having interference through the smog. Okay? And again, the analogy of water, if you can start to like create a vision of light, because all this stuff is done is through light. And it's so fun because there's this amazing part of us as humans as we can manipulate light. And it's quite amazing. And it's for us, it's for our highest good. And if you can manipulate light for your highest good, do you see how you can be manipulated in the dark for somebody else's demonic highest good? And that's just growing the human. We got to grow the human. We got to expand beyond the control, beyond the programming. And how do we do that? The moment you can take a moment to do something like a one-page playbook is where you're going to start to do that. Because you can visually see you're busting through the smog. You're busting through the smog of the programming. Okay? And that's not good and that's not bad. What it is it's a way. Ow! It's a way. Now, in this way, what needs to be unlocked in this human DNA genetic makeup that I personally have so that I can have the experience that I'm just on my way. My own experience on my way. And wow. And this is where I go back to what's more important about anything you're gonna learn that I teach is that you recognize the physical energy that comes over you when you are learning. So, for instance, the Vedic philosophy. I don't want you to know the Vedic philosophy because you already know it. Your body is so wise, it knows it. It's ancient, actually. And all it means, but the only thing that you have to energetically download from the Vedic philosophy, so you hear Vedic philosophy and you instantly recognize, only I have the answers. I am my number one expert. This body wisdom is beyond wisdoms. Like, if I could just listen to it, is when we start to not listen to everything that's going on here. And why it takes for you to, quote unquote, like when you're going through that process, it's important, as with the Vedic philosophy, to step away from like getting down to the most minuscule things you could do for like a 5 days straight. Like, you aren't eating very much. You're not literally doing much at all. And in that time is what is going to occur, is because you don't have all of that other stuff going on, you're going to get to who you are. You're going to remember who you are like that. You're going to remember who you are like that. And so isn't it amazing how many distractions we have to forget who we are? And so if you do it one time, like you really download in your body, like, oh my God, I know I am the only one with all my answers. Like, I full on energetically know. So when my brain and my mind tried to tell me different, my body comes and says, hey, nothing out there. Stop it. Stop it. Get back in here. And that's all the Vedic philosophy is. I mean, there's so much more that can go into it, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. I don't like, I'll just, I'm like, okay, is this, and this, and I've created a download in my body where it's what it is, right? Like, you don't even have to trust it anymore. But with that being said, we're gonna do focus. And I just have this craziness going on. And so I'm going to stop it and then create the focus workout based on this, okay? But I'm playing around this month a little bit about like where I want to put what energy. So I'm trying to think if I want to do more of like a one teaching on this, and then just bring the energy to my workout and just start to get into a workout and, you know, maybe talk during my workout, or anytime I astral travel, it's I love that, because it's like, oh my God, this is so fun. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next video.